Today is Thursday the 28th of August 2025 and I'm here at Luton Airport Parkway Station for an overpriced train journey into our once great country's capital, London, where I will arrive at St Pancras Station before jumping on a tube and heading north again to Archway for a hopefully short walk to Highgate Cemetery. Let's get going. And I've arrived here at Highgate Cemetery. It's on two sides of this road, so this is the west side of the cemetery, which is apparently the oldest part, and this is the east side. It really is the most incredible cemetery that I've ever been to, and it's a place that I've been wanting to come for a very, very long time. This is the grave of Alexander Litvinenko, the former Russian intelligence agent who was granted asylum in Britain but was later murdered by means of polonium-210. Apparently his body is in a lead-lined coffin because of the polonium. The tombs here are incredible. Now this is a grave I particularly wanted to see, and at the time she was probably one of the most beautiful English actresses, Jean Simmons. She was born in 1929 and died in 2010, but she was stunningly beautiful. And here in the middle of the screen is another great British actor. This is the grave of Sir Ian Holm, He was born in 1931 and died in 2020. He played Bilbo Baggins in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, and he was the science officer Ash in Ridley Scott's Alien. Just beyond Ian Holmes' grave, where those bushes are, is Bob Hoskins' grave apparently, but you can't see it from here and you can't go any further because there's a gate. The grave of the painter Lucian Freud. And here is the grave of George Michael, also his sister and his mum. Georgios Kyriakos Panayiotou, born 25th of June 1965, died the 25th of December 2016. Now this is what I was waiting for. This has been used in so many films. This is the entrance to what is known as the Circle of Lebanon. Hammer Films, who, for anybody who doesn't know, produced very successful horror films during the 1960s and early 70s, apparently had an exclusive 25-year contract to use this location in their films. Watch any Hammer film from that period and you can almost guarantee that you'll see this particular area of a cemetery. And here, a particular highlight for me, the tomb with no name above the door is the resting place of Dr. Anton Fibes. So many film productions have used this as a location, from Harry Potter to Batman. The grave of Mary Nichols, the sleeping angel. This large headstone in the centre of the screen is the grave of Michael Faraday. He was a chemist and physicist who discovered the principles behind the electric motor and the first idea that light and magnetism were connected. He was one of the greatest scientific discoverers of all time. Okay, I've left the west part of Highgate Cemetery, the oldest part, and I've now crossed the road into the east part, which is a more relatively modern area of the cemetery. Let's have a look around. Although not as wonderfully Gothic as the west part of the cemetery, the east side, from what I've seen of it so far, is still very impressive. The grave of author Douglas Adams, who wrote the very brilliant Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The grave of the actor Corin Redgrave. Karl Marx, German political philosopher and revolutionary socialist. It's interesting seeing the different type of people that have been buried here. On these two graves, one was an architect and one was the Director General of 10 Downing Street. This person was a philosopher. Another, a pioneering art writer, curator and lecturer who expanded art history. A human rights lawyer, and here, an artist. This is the grave of British entertainer Jeremy Beadle. This is the grave of Malcolm McLaren, who, for anybody who doesn't know, he was an impresario, rock artist, clothes designer and boutique owner. And he formed the Sex Pistols. There are people here that I just haven't been able to find. I know they're here, but I just haven't been able to find them. There's Sir Ralph Richardson, the famous British actor. Max Wall, who was a well-known musical performer many years ago. Roger Lloyd Pack, who was a well-known British character actor in the 50s and the 60s. Okay, I've left Highgate Cemetery. I think I've seen everything that I needed to see, although you could spend hours there on both sides. There are just so many graves. I'm now heading back towards Archway Tube Station through Waterlow Park. There is a bench up ahead that's known as George Michael's bench, so I'm just going to have a look and see. I mean, maybe it's a bench where he used to come and sit, I don't know. So we just see if we can find it. And this is it, I seem to have found it. have no idea what the relevance is to George Michael. It doesn't actually say. But maybe it was donated by somebody. Maybe it was a place where he came. Yeah, nice to see. I'm here at King's Cross Station on my way back to St Pancras. I always call in here on the way because it's a really nice looking station. Now that they've completely refurbished it, it looks pretty amazing. So it's always nice just to come in here and have a look around. Always popular Harry Potter platform 9 3/4. Just left King's Cross and I'm now heading over to St Pancras. A little bit worrying because now I'm at St Pancras, I'm seeing a lot of cancellations on the Thameslink line. So I don't know what's going on.